Welcome to Storied Audio. Jenny had planned her son's 7th birthday for weeks. She'd saved every spare dollar, cut coupons, worked extra shifts, and still somehow managed to tape together a celebration she hoped would make him feel special. Being a single mom meant she was always stitching life together with whatever scraps she had left. But that morning, everything unraveled. The cake she ordered was given to the wrong customer. The balloons popped in the backseat on the drive home. And the kids she invited, while most of them didn't show, their parents texted last-minute excuses that felt like tiny stabs. By noon, her living room looked like a battlefield of half-deflated decorations and untouched party favors. Her son, Liam, sat on the couch with his superhero cape drooping off one shoulder. He tried to smile, but his eyes were glassy. "It's okay, Mom," he whispered. "We can just play together." That broke her. She turned away so he wouldn't see her tears. She hated that she couldn't give him the world. She hated that she was alone in this. And she hated that she kept thinking about him, Alex. The man she liked but refused to let herself want. He lived 2 doors down. Kind eyes. Warm laugh. The type of man who held doors open and remembered the little things she said. The type of man who deserved someone without the complications she carried. She had a child. A messy life. A heart held together with tape. Men like Alex didn't choose women like her. So she kept her distance. But fate didn't care about her boundaries. At noon, a knock sounded at the door. She wiped her face quickly and opened it. Alex stood there holding a wrapped present and a bag of colorful balloons. His smile was soft, not pitying, just warm. "Hey," he said. "I heard today's a big day." Jenny blinked. "How did you?" "Liam told me last week." He was pretty excited. Her son peeked from behind her, eyes widening. "Mr. Alex. You came." "Of course I did," Alex said, kneeling to his level. "You should never miss a hero's birthday." Liam beamed. Jenny's heart twisted. Alex stood and looked around the room. He took in the sagging decorations, the empty chairs, the untouched snacks. His expression softened, but he didn't comment. Instead, he rolled up his sleeves. "All right," he said. "Let's fix this." Before she could protest, he was tying balloons, rearranging chairs, and turning on music. He made silly voices, cracked jokes, and somehow, within minutes, transformed the room into something bright again. Then he pulled out his phone and made a call. "Hey guys. Yeah, today. You coming?" "Perfect." Jenny frowned. "Who was that?" "Some friends," he said casually. "They've got kids Liam's age. They'll be here in 20. Her throat tightened. "Alex, you didn't have to." "I know," he said gently. "But I wanted to." She looked away, overwhelmed. No one had stepped in for her like this in years. She wasn't used to being helped. She wasn't used to being seen. And as she watched him move around her living room, confident, warm, effortlessly kind, something inside her shifted. She'd always liked him, but today she felt her heart opening in a way that scared her. She wasn't supposed to fall for anyone. She wasn't supposed to hope. But Alex made it impossible not to. Within half an hour, the house filled with laughter. Kids ran around with party hats, chasing bubbles Alex blew from a giant wand. Parents chatted. Music played. The cake, Alex had somehow gotten one delivered, sat proudly on the table, decorated with Liam's favorite superhero. Her son was glowing. And Alex was everywhere. Helping. Laughing. Making sure Liam felt like the most important kid in the world. At one point, Jenny stepped outside to breathe. The emotions were too much. Gratitude, fear, longing. It all tangled inside her. She didn't hear Alex follow until he spoke softly behind her. "Hey, you okay?" She nodded, though her eyes were wet. "You didn't have to do all this." "I know," he said. "But I wanted to." "That's the problem," she whispered before she could stop herself. He stepped closer. "Why is that a problem?" She swallowed hard. "Because I don't want you to feel obligated. I don't want you to think you have to fix things for me. I don't want you to get attached to something messy." His brows pulled together. "Jenny, I'm not here out of obligation." "You say that now," she murmured. "But I have a kid. A life that's complicated. Most men don't want that." He was quiet for a moment. Then he stepped in front of her, gently lifting her chin so she'd meet his eyes. "Jenny," he said softly, "I don't want most women. I want you." Her breath caught. And I don't see your life as messy, he continued. I see a woman who works herself to the bone to give her son everything she can. I see strength. I see love. I see someone who deserves help, not because she's weak, but because she's been strong for too long. Her eyes filled. Alex. And as for Liam, he said, glancing toward the window where the boy laughed with the other kids, he's amazing. Any man would be lucky to be part of his life. She covered her mouth, overwhelmed. Then he added, voice lower, more vulnerable, I've cared about you for a long time. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to scare you. But today, seeing you fight so hard for him, seeing how much love you carry, it made me fall even harder. Jenny's heart cracked open. She realized she'd been falling for him for months. Every time he smiled at her, every time he helped her carry groceries, every time he talked to Liam like he mattered. She'd just been too afraid to admit it. But now, standing in the soft afternoon light with his hands gently holding her face, she let herself feel it fully. For the first time in years she let someone in. She leaned into him, resting her forehead against his chest. His arms wrapped around her instantly, steady and warm. Inside, the kids shouted for the cake. Alex chuckled softly. Duty calls, he whispered. She laughed through her tears. You really saved the day. He pulled back just enough to look at her. No. You did. I just showed up. But she knew the truth. He wasn't just the birthday party helper. He was the man who made her believe she could be loved again. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.